Hey team, welcome back to another Triformance Sports Training YouTube video. Today, we're gonna dive deep into day one of the 3-day gym split for footballers. Here we'll focus on acceleration and lower body strength. And if you guys haven't seen day 2, day 3, or the 3-day gym split, head down in that description box below and you can watch the videos there.
Triformance Sports Training.
Acceleration, lower body strength, it's everything for footballers. The most important thing, it's gonna help you prevent injuries. Availability is the #1 ability. What's that mean? That means if you can stay out there on the pitch longer for more matches in the season, you have more time to make those game-changing plays to get scouted to play at that higher level. And #2, you're gonna be stronger and more explosive on the pitch. That's gonna help you win more duels, be quicker to the ball, possibly score more goals, defend better. Of course, you got to combine it with your cognitive skill, but it's all around going to make the game so much easier for you. So we're not just training like bodybuilders. Everything that we're going to do in the gym, it's going to serve a functional purpose. We're going to train movements and our central nervous system. Before we jump into the video, huge favor, smash the like button and subscribe. It helps our channel tremendously, helps us put out more free content for you so you can become better footballers. Now let's get into the video. So I got into the gym and I got straight into the workout. Just kidding. We gotta hit a warm up first, and that can be different for everybody, but what I'm going to do, I'm gonna do about 5 minutes with some light cardio. Today I'm using a rowing machine. Then I'm gonna get into some dynamic mobility, a little bit of ground-based mobility, some activation exercises, and then some potentiation to get myself ready for this session. Getting into our acceleration prep, we have 2 blocks, and they're gonna be performed in supersets. The first exercise, it's gonna be our seated arm mechanic 1-2 swing. Perform 5 sets on each arm. Think quality, quick arm swings. We're gonna go from pocket to eye socket, keeping the hands open and swinging with the shoulders. So we're not driving the arm swing through the elbow joint. This is a detailed focused exercise, so start slow, and then when you're more comfortable, you can get faster. About 30 seconds of rest, and then you're gonna get into your deep tier forward frog jumps. This is gonna target deep range mobility and strength of the knees, hips, and ankle joints. And because we're moving forward, this is gonna have great carryover into those acceleration positions. Go for about 10 jumps or about 10 meters of distance. Superset 2, we're gonna have a overcoming isometric single leg acceleration starter stance. This can be performed with a belt pulling against an immovable object, or you can do it into a wall. And what we're really doing here is mimicking that acceleration starting stance. Off the front foot, you're gonna push through the ball of the foot. Aim for a time around 10 seconds of maximum force. Again, rest for 30 seconds, and then you'll get into that next exercise, being our 45-degree wall pogo hops. Now we're working on quick ground contacts and that ankle stiffness. We don't want to spend so much time on the ground, striking the ground with the ball of the foot. Aim for around 20 reps per leg. Quick break. If you guys want a 3-day gym split designed specifically for footballers like yourself, go ahead and tap the card on the screen right now and get your copy and start getting stronger today. Acceleration prep work is completed. Let's get into the main exercise of the day. And here we're gonna aim for around 10 total sprints of heavy loaded sled sprints. Heavy sled sprints are gonna be anywhere from 80 to 110% of your body weight. This is enough load where you're still able to manage proper technique. I'm completing these over a distance of around 10 to 15 meters, but that's a good distance to aim for when doing these. You can start in a 2-point stance and really drive in those first few steps. Keep a forward lean and go quickly as possible through the entire distance. Once you've completed a sprint, rest for 1 minute and then perform your next sprint. It's important that we're getting enough rest so we complete these as quickly as possible. Because if you want to get fast, you got to train truly fast. Sled sprints, they can be completed in so many ways, but I recommend it from a progression standpoint. Start with your heavy, work down to a moderate, and then eventually a light load. If you're in season, then try the contrast method. You can do a loaded sprint and then follow it up with an unloaded sprint. Honestly, sled sprints are one of the best exercises that footballers can use for acceleration and speed development. If you don't have access to a sled, get creative. You can use resistance bands with a partner, heavy tires, or other weighted objects. The key is resisted acceleration work. So we started fast, now we'll get into the slower movements. Getting into our main strength exercise, we'll start off with our single leg barbell box squat. Here I'm utilizing a slow eccentric on the way down, and then we're getting up quickly as possible. For beginner athletes, go ahead and start with just regular box squats, and you can use either a goblet loaded dumbbell squat, or if you're comfortable enough, go ahead and grab a barbell. With the box, I would use a taller box so you'd have less range of motion if you're in season, and if you're in the off season, go ahead and get into some of those deeper ranges of motions. Exercise 2, it's gonna complement the first one. Now we're gonna do some posterior chain work, focusing on the backside of the legs. It's gonna be our single leg landmine RDL. The landmine setup, it's gonna allow you to go a bit heavier than if you were just to do a regular kettlebell or barbell single leg RDL. Here we're focusing on hip extension, and you guys know that plays a key role in your athletic movements out there on the pitch. Some cues: a slight bend at the knee, lock it, and then hinge at your hips. Keep the body facing forward, come a little bit below the knee with the load, and then drive up into full extension. Our final builder exercise, it's gonna be the double front rack kettlebell step up. What I like about the front rack position, it's gonna challenge your shoulder and core stability. I highly recommend this one for my youth footballers. Our final exercise of the day, we're gonna target a muscle in that lower limb system, the calf. Let's perform our seated dumbbell calf raises. Because we're targeting a smaller muscle group here, work anywhere from 10 to 20 reps. When performing calf raises, I like to work with a 2-second eccentric with a 1-second isometric hold at the top. That's day 1 completed, an acceleration and lower body strength session. Remember, the focus here, it's acceleration, it's functional movements, and we're training the central nervous system to fire quickly as possible. After getting the good work in, go ahead and follow that up with whatever you want, but make sure you're getting the essentials. If you guys want one-on-one training, tap the card on the screen right now or head down the description box below and visit our link to our Elite Customized Performance Program. This is where I'm gonna work with you one-on-one and help design you the best possible strength training program to make you a more complete footballer out there on the pitch. And you know what I'm gonna finish this video up with? Smash that like button, subscribe if you don't wanna miss out on our videos. Keep working hard, keep getting better. I'll see you in our next video.